Hello, yoga family. I'm Laura, and I'm coming at you today with a gentle yoga flow. Just to wake up the body, wake up the mind, get the body moving a bit. Nothing too difficult, but just keeping it gentle and maybe holding poses a little bit longer to feel into the body and really working with the breath and the movement and really focusing more on some Sun Salutation A's today. So we'll do Sun Salutation A half and a full, and we'll work through that, offering modifications. So with that, let's get started on our mats in child's pose. So taking knees wide, toes together, sinking hips back, and reach those arms forward towards the top of the mat. If it feels better to keep the elbows bent as we start to get into the back and into the arms and shoulders, feel free to do that. And just let the forehead come to the mat. Allowing the breath to settle in here to the space. Breathing into the back body, the hips, sinking hips towards your heels. Now, the hips may not go right towards those heels, and that's okay. So just sinking to where you feel your body is most comfortable. Always optional to take a blanket or towel behind your legs to offer a little bit of cushion so we don't feel like we're forcing the knees to bend. Always listening to our body, what it needs. Nothing should hurt. When we're holding poses, it may feel maybe a little uncomfortable because the muscles are working, but never pain. We never want pain. So always being aware of our bodies, not pushing ourselves too far. Finding that edge is really what we want. So really focusing on the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. So really full breaths. Full inhales and full exhales. Really expanding the chest and lungs. Often we think we're breathing, but it's sometimes simply shallow breathing, and that can cause some stress in our nervous system and causing actually more stress and tightness in our bodies. So really taking some deep breaths. Let's do 3 more on your own count. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, start to reach those fingertips towards the top of the mat. And walk those hands off to the left side of your mat. So maybe the right hand reaches a bit further beyond the left hand, pulling that right hip back. So really getting an opening through that right side of the body, head and neck just soften. Start lifting head just a bit. Walk hands towards the top of the mat. Good. 1 breath here as you inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. Reaching through those left fingers. Softening head, neck, shoulders. Pulling that left hip back. Opening the left side of your body. Good. 1 more breath here. Your next inhale, walk hands up back towards the top of the mat. Good, come up onto hands and knees, walk those hands back so they're underneath your shoulders.
Readjust knees so they're underneath your hips, untuck the toes, widen those fingers, so spread those fingers wide, pressing into the palms. Come to a couple rounds of cat and cow. Inhale as you lift the chest, so pull that heart forward, lift that tailbone, collarbones press forward. Exhale, round the back. So tuck the chin to chest, tuck that tailbone in, find that rounding, separating of the shoulder blades as you exhale to your cat. Inhale, drop the belly button towards the mat, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Good, inhale, pull the heart forward, drop that belly towards the mat. Lift the tailbone towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, round the back, tuck that tailbone and pull that belly button up towards your spine. Exhale, here, your cat. Good, let's do 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, round the back, tuck that tailbone, exhale the cat. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's come back to neutral position. Good. Let's take your right arm up overhead. So reach that right arm up, reaching towards the sky. Gaze can be down towards your left hand or it can travel up to look at those right fingertips. Inhale, lift, and then exhale. Feed that right arm under the left. Come to thread the needle. So right arm, shoulder may come down to the mat. Walk the left hand a little bit further forward. Getting a nice stretch into the shoulders, that torso. Nice gentle twist here. Side of the head, the right side of the head may come to the mat. Maybe it doesn't, that's okay. So just feeling into the stretch and twist. Twisting, very good for us. Wringing out our body, our organs, getting a nice detoxing through the body. Good, start to walk your left hand back towards your face. Inhale, lift right arm back up overhead. Exhale, lower hand down towards the mat. Come back to neutral tabletop position. Readjust those knees. Good. This time we're going to inhale, left arm up. Reaching those left fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take that left arm under the right, thread the needle, left shoulder drops the mat. Walk that right hand forward. One more breath. Walk that right hand back towards your face. Press the right hand to the mat. Left arm lifts as you inhale. Good. Exhale, lower hand back down towards the mat. Good. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to lift the hips up and back. We're going to find our first downward facing dog. So spread those fingertips wide, pressing those balls, the feet into the mat, slight bend into the knees. Lift the hips up and back. Yep, so finding that positioning, like you're trying to press your chest towards your thighs. Yep, head right between those arms. Good. And then walk the heels. Like bend the right knee, straighten that left leg, and then alternate the sides, really starting to wake up the back of the legs, the calf, down into the low part of your calf where it meets your heel. That Achilles tendon tends to get very tight. It's a great way to stretch through the back of the legs. And then find your stillness. All right. So thinking of your tailbone up towards the sky. So someone's taking a rope onto your tailbone, lift it up high. Take a bend into the knees, look up towards your hands. We're gonna walk your feet towards your hands. Maybe you can feel back to those fingertips. Taking as many steps as you need to come to the top of the mat. Inhale to your halfway lift. Long, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Good, let's sweep those arms up overhead. Good, reach those fingertips up. Reach for that left wrist. Reach the wrist up and then over to the right. So keeping that chest square to the front of the room. Gaze under left arm or down towards the right side of your mat. Inhale, arms up overhead, reach. Take a hold of the right wrist, reach it up and then over towards the left side. So gaze towards that left side of the mat or turn and look under right arm. Let the neck be your deciding factor in that. If you feel it's too much of the neck, just keep it neutral, keep it looking down. Good, bring both arms up overhead. Good, turn the palms away, swan dive, take a slight bend in the knees, come to your forward fold. Feels good on that back. Inhale to your halfway lift. Good, hands to the mat. We're gonna step your feet back to the back of the mat to find your plank. Bend the knees, come to your knee plank. Yep, so you still are working the core, working those shoulders, pressing the palms into the mat. Good. Take your inhale here, and as you exhale, you're gonna bend your elbows, lower chest all the way down to the mat. Good. Straighten those legs out. Bring those hands out to the side. Come to fingertips. Inhale, lift to a cobra. So just a gentle lift of the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Pull that heart forward. Exhale, lower it down. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Curl the toes under. Push the mat away. Come to knees. And then lift hips up. Downward facing dog. Start bending into the knees, come to the tippy toes, look up towards your hands, and then walk those feet towards the top of the mat. Come to your halfway lift. Hands to the fingertips to the ground, or to shins, long flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. All right, so focusing on the Sun Salutation A, half is what we'll do first, walking you through matching the breath with the movements, very important here. That's where we kind of get that meditative rhythm of our movements. So starting at heart center with those hands, bringing to mind our bodies, where we are in space at this present moment. Inhale, lift arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Hands may come to shins. Extend the corner of the head forward. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into those knees just a bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Let's inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive, arms all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips press into those shins. Long, flat back, gaze straight down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Starting to get this right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands heart center. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, arms up. We're starting to get the movement with the breath right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Awesome. All right, so moving on to some Sun Salutation A, the full Sun Salutation A's. Adding on a bit to what we were just doing. I will offer modifications, so taking it to where you feel comfortable. All right, so starting once again, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Hands to the band as you exhale. Stepping feet back, finding your plank. So we're going to drop our knees, so we'll come to knee plank, untuck the toes, shift forward, so finding that knee plank. Inhale at the top of this plank, exhale, lower down towards the mat. Keep those elbows in tight, untuck toes, inhale, lift chest, come to cobra. Exhale, lower, curl the toes under, push the mat away, come to knees, and then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So bending those knees, pressing chest towards your thighs, pressing the mat away from you. Reconnect with your breath here in your downward facing dog. Sometimes downward facing dogs are not so fun when we first start out in our yoga practice, but they start to get to be one of your favorite places to reconnect with the breath. Good. Start to bend into the knees a little bit more. Come to tippy toes. Look up towards your hands. Walk your feet top of mat. Come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. All right, let's go through that again. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands the mat, step your feet back. Come to your plank. Good, drop your knees. Inhale, top of plank. Exhale, lower chest down. Keep those elbows in. Untuck toes. Inhale, left chest cobra. Crossing palms into the mat. Exhale, lower. Curl toes under. Press the mat away. Come to knees. Lift hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Using that breath. Deep and long inhales and exhales. One round of breath. On your next inhale, take a bend into the knees. Look up towards your hands. Start walking your feet up towards your hands. Maybe taking a couple last steps. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in those knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. You're doing awesome. We're going to move through this again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Swan diagrams all the way down. Starting to feel the warming into the body. Inhale, halfway lift. And the mat, step back, find plank. So your option here to stay on your toes or drop knees, either way, perfect, whatever you need this morning. I'm gonna stay on my toes here. So reconnect with that breath. So take an inhale at the top of this push-up, kind of a push-up plank here, bending the elbows, lower chest all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, press hands into the mat, inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, press the mat away, come to knees, and then hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So the more you start doing these sun salutations, the more it's going to become so natural for you to be breathing with the movements, not having to think so much about it. Second nature of what feels good here as you're moving with the inhales and exhales. All right, so next inhale, bend the knees, look up towards your hands, walk your feet, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Good. Scooping arms up overhead. Last time through, Sun Salutation A. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands the mat. Step your feet back. Come to plank. Your choice. Toe plank or come to knees. Good. Holding this plank. Good. Take a tap. Inhale here. Top of the plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower chest down. Untuck toes, inhale, lift chest, cobra. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, push the mat away. Come to your knees, and then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Sun salutation, such a great way to build some energy, build some heat. Great way to wake up the body, wake up the mind. I love doing these maybe halfway through the day when you start to feel that little bit of a lull. Great way to actually lull. I promise you, you'll feel so much better. Great way to take a little break, get back to work. Whatever you're doing that day. All right, bend the knees, look up towards your hands. Step or float, feet, top of mat. Come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Awesome. All right, so let's get those feet about hip distance apart. Take your hands to hips, bend the knees, sink the hips, find your chair pose. Good. Sweep arms up overhead. Yep, so sinking back, reaching through those hips, so like you're looking for a chair behind you. Keep that chest lifted, tailbone slightly tucked. Reaching through, firing up those legs, those strong thighs, quad muscles working. Good. Exhale, fold it down. Good. Take hold of opposite hand, opposite elbow. Sway side to side. Release your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Find your lunge. And then drop the left knee to the mat. So here, if you need to pad up the knee a bit, maybe a towel or a blanket or something super handy, just take your mat, fold it over, and have an extra layer of your mat here in your lunge position. So taking care of our knees, so this is, don't want to be hurting your knees if they're sensitive. So your choice, whatever feels good there. Take hands to thigh, press your chest away from that thigh, lift through the heart. Good. So starting to get into that left front hip flexor here, left thigh, left quad muscle, lengthening through that left side of your body, right hand to hip, left arm reaches up and over. keep that chest up. So try not to round forward. Keep that chest up and lifted. So arcing over to the right side. Good. Reach that right arm up overhead. Good. Reach those hands down to the mat. Let's send that right hip back. So straightening a little bit more into the right leg. Lift the toes. So toes are going to curl up towards your right shin. Keep the chest lifted. Yep. So keeping chest lifted, maybe pressing chest towards your thighs. Thigh. So really getting into the back of that right hamstring. So using that deep inhale and exhale. Good. Let's flatten that foot back down to the mat. Walk those hands forward. Curl the left toes under. Lift the knee. Step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of the mat. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, scoop up those arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. All right, hands to hips. Sink the hips back towards the back of the mat. Yep, lift the chest. Lift arms up, find that chair pose. So reach through those fingertips, lift the chest, slight tuck of that tailbone. So that flat lower back. So we don't want too much of an arch, like you're reaching the tailbone back. Think of reaching the tailbone down. Reaching, reaching, sink 1 inch deeper into this chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take opposite hand, opposite elbow. Sway here. All right, releasing your hands to the mat. This time we're going to take the right leg back to the back of the mat. Find your lunge and then drop that right knee. Again, pat up the right knee if needed. Hands to the thigh, press the thigh away, lift the chest. So feeling that right hip flexor, getting a little bit of a length here. Left hand to left hip, right arm up and over. Scoop that left arm up overhead to meet the right. Good. Hands come down to the mat. Send that left hip back. Straighten into that left leg a bit. Yep. Lift those toes. So curl those left toes up towards your shin. Lift the chest. Yes. Left hamstring. Hello. Waking it up. Press your sternum towards the front of the room. Just feel that lengthening happening through the back of the leg. Start to walk your hands forward. Foot comes back down to the mat. Curl your right toes under. Lift the right knee from the mat. Step the right leg up top of mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down, heart to center. Good, let's scoop the arms up overhead. Good, turn the palms away, reach back behind and interlace your hands. So maybe interlace the hands, maybe grabbing hands or fingertips, whatever you can get a hold of here. Drop those knuckles towards the ground, lift the chest, pull it up. Great way to open the chest muscles, front of those shoulders, keeping chin neutral. Good, start to bend into the knees. Start to hinge forward and come to a forward fold. Arms may come up towards the sky or they may stay way down towards your low back, wherever feels good in the shoulders. Great way to stretch shoulders, upper back, chest, letting head, neck, shoulders hang towards, drive towards the ground. Stretch out that neck. Feel like you got some tightness going on. Doing a lot of stuff online these days, so a lot of tightness creeping up into the neck, upper back, shoulders. Good. Slowly start to straighten into those legs. Hinge the upper body up. Let the hands drop back below, behind your low back. Release the arms, bring them up overhead as you inhale. Exhale, come to a forward fold. Take your right hand right down in the center of the mat, right in front of those toes. Take a bend into the right knee. Left hand to left hip. Good. Start to turn the left shoulder up towards the ceiling. So both heels are pressing into the ground. Try not to let the heels lift. Keep those heels pressed down. And not to worry about how much we're rotating. More about really keeping a little bend into that right elbow and turning and rotating and getting a nice stretch into that outer left hip. Just gaze slightly up towards the left shoulder, or your gaze is down towards your right hand. Whatever feels good in the neck. Again, listening to the muscles of our body talking to us. And if you want to lift that left arm, feel free to lift the left arm, but you don't have to. So whatever feels better here. Good. One more breath. Good. Slowly bring that hand back to hip. Square the shoulder back down. Come to a forward fold. Good. Let's reverse the side. So left hand center of the mat, right in front of those toes, left knee bends, right hand to right hip. Start to open that shoulder up, that right shoulder towards the sky. Good. Maybe the gaze travels towards the right shoulder, or it stays down towards your left hand. Good. Right arm up. If you choose. Doesn't have to be. Back to hip, square the shoulders back down, take a bend into both knees, forward fold, inhale, sweep those arms up, good, exhale, hands come down, heart center, awesome, all right, so working ourselves down towards the mat, no fancy way to get there, just come onto our seats, onto the mat, so having the knees bent, feet plugged into the mat. All right, so thinking of keeping that chest lifted, spine long. So we could just lower down and lay right down on the mat, but that would not be fun. This is a much more fun way to get there. So let's reach the arms forward. So as you reach them forward, pull the shoulders back and pull the chest forward. Good. So we're gonna pretend we're in one of those reclining chairs, and we're slowly gonna recline. We're keeping that back nice and straight. So this is kind of fine for now, right? But we're gonna get to that spot where it's like, I just wanna flop down on the mat. Try not to do it if you can. Right when that sacrum starts to hit the mat, that low bony part of your low back, tuck the tailbone. Yep, slowly lower. This is where it gets a little difficult, right? Tuck the tailbone, keep tucking, and then the spine starts to come in contact with the mat. Lower one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you can. It's okay if we can't get there, we're just flopping. But maybe eventually we get to the point where we can lower one vertebrae at a time, and we make it all the way down. Lengthen the legs, bring those arms up overhead, full body stretch, and say, ah, right? Finally made it down, back to the mat. All right. Let's bring the right knee in towards your chest, interlace the hands, take a hold of the right shin, pull the right knee in towards your chest.
circle the ankle. We haven't really done much with our tops of our feet, shins. I love to make sure we always are moving our ankles and feet. We tend to lose mobility in our feet over time and aren't able to flex our foot to pick up our feet as we walk. So we tend to lose that flexibility in our ankle, causing us to shuffle, causing us to trip and fall, and more problems. All right, left hand to right knee, right arm off to the side. Take the knee over to the left. Gaze can travel to the right side. Using that breath. Twisting once again, getting a little deeper from compared to the beginning of our practice. One more round of breath. Good. Slowly bringing knee back up to center. We're going to straighten into the right leg. Interlace hands, take hold of the right thigh. Good. And just let the leg rest into the hands. Flexing your foot. Pressing the heel up towards the sky and slowly bringing the toes towards the top of the mat. So the leg is straight but not locked. So slight baby bend into that right knee. All right, so releasing hands from your leg. That leg is still lifted. Point the toes. So we're going to pretend there's a marker on the tip of your big toe. We're going to draw a line down the ceiling to where it meets the wall or wherever you are, so up overhead, and then slowly reach that toe forward as it slowly lowers down towards the mat, using all the strength into that leg that we stretched out earlier. Gonna lower that foot down to the mat, coming back to full supine position. Good. Let's take the left knee in towards the chest. Take hands to the shin. Pulling the knee towards your chest, right leg is long on the mat, and let's circle that ankle. It's both directions, changing it, pointing, flexing, again, working through mobility of that ankle, the top of the foot, in front of the shin. Those muscles get all tight over time. All right, taking right hand to the outside of your left knee, left arm off to the side, drag that knee over to the right side, gaze can travel to the left. Twisting, reaching that body, wringing it all out. Slowly bring the knee back to center. Straighten the left leg, hands behind left thigh. Let that leg just rest into the basket of your hands. Flex your foot, press up through that heel. Drag those toes towards the back of the mat. Good. Pointing the toe, release your hands from the leg, reaching through that left toe, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Draw that line and slowly lower the leg all the way down towards the ground as you reach the toe. Reach, 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 all the way down to that supine. All right, both knees to chest. Yep, grabbing those knees, pull them into your chest, little rock, side to side, little massage of that low back. All right, come to center with the knees, pull them in tight towards your chest.
nose to knees, pull yourself into a little ball. Flex your feet. So grabbing shins, ankles, or outer feet. Good. Lower head, neck, and shoulders as you lift those feet up towards the sky, finding your happy baby. It's hard not to smile when you're in happy baby. That's exactly what they do, right? Reach those feet up towards the sky. And grabbing, like I said, onto whatever feels good. Maybe it's your knees, shins, ankles, outer feet. Neck is neutral, so chin just pointing up towards the sky, tailbone reaching towards the front of the mat. Maybe rocking a little side to side. Towards the end of our practice. Bring those knees together. Feet come back down towards the mat. Extend right leg long, left leg long. Arms off to the side, just slightly off from your body. Palms facing up. Let the eyes close as we come to our final pose, Shavasana. Resting pose, letting the mind go. Let's together take an inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out. Heavy sigh. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Let your body just be heavy. Drop here into the space. These final moments of your practice to allow the body to settle, allow the work you did. This is where it all takes hold. Feeling free to stay here for 5 minutes or so, or however long you feel you need to be here. Take your time staying right where you are. The time you need. Thank you so much for being here, for making me part of your practice this morning, allowing me to join in, lead you through taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. Much respect to all of you. My heart to yours. Namaste.